YouTubers, Mike Martins here. Mike Martins channel, just living the dream. I got an article I want to read for you guys. It's going to go in my rants and lifestyle section of my channel. You should check it out. Where I talk about what's, I read articles that kind of pertain to things that are happening in the world. But it's not me necessarily what I say. It's the actual people that comment below that actually add a good insight on things. All the people that just trash talk and call me fat and blah, 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 I just block them. I don't care. And then YouTube sent me a message saying, you're going to lose views. I don't care if I lose views. I want to have a nice, sympathetic conversation, negative or positive, with people to find out insights, points of views. And that's how people usually, communicate, is by inputting their points of views. Now, I got a really cool article I want to share with you guys today. Found this morning when I woke up. I was looking through, sifting through some older articles, see if I can find something. I found this really good one. It's called 7 Reasons People Dislike You for No Reason. Yeah. And I bet you know how I'm talking about this hatred between each other. I had a friend message me from Auckland, New Zealand, and he told me that everyone hates each other here. People messaged me from Australia. It's like everybody for some reason just outright hates their neighbors, hates each other. Then obviously here where I used to live in Vancouver, you go outside, it's like people look at you like you burnt their house down with their grandmother in the room. Like they get this look from people like, I'm sorry for being in this country, or I'm sorry for being in your country, or I'm sorry for being here. I am sorry for stepping out my door. Is it okay if my presence continues until I leave your area? It's that bad. Anyways, let's go. I'll leave a link below for the article. Why do they dislike me? Do people dislike you for no reason? Are you wondering why some people hate you? Well, there is certainly something wrong, but the good news is that is nothing wrong with you. 1. You remind me of their failures. You remind them of their failures. Yeah, that's right. Hatred is an emotion that the mind uses to keep a person at safe by keeping him away from people who might harm him. If you are successful at anything, then some people might feel like losers when they see you, and as a result, hatred kicks in to protect them. In other words, you might be hated because you are really good. Now, mind you, this has got to be someone that you physically speak to, right? I'm coming from a place where people don't even want to know your name, or people don't want to even acknowledge you, right? Number 2. You remind them of what they lack. All humans want to be the best among their friends, and psychologically unstable ones will hate those who are better than them at anything. You get better grades, you have more friends, you look a bit better, you have a better body, you have a better job, then you might be hated for that. Wow. 3. You remind me of their horrible past. In a book, The Psychological of Physical Attraction, I explain how the associations we form can force us to judge people on their first meeting. If you are reminded of a person or someone who was mean to him, then you might be hated. I think they should say mean to him or her. Then you will be hated. The problem here is that the person's past and not with you. Clear as day. 4. Because they feel worthless. Brave people set goals and achieve them. Cowards run away from the big goals, then seek cheap victories to feel good about themselves. Some examples of cheap victories are gossiping. Yeah, gossiping. Gossiping. But mind you, you've got to talk to people to gossip. When everybody around you ignores you, not because they hate you, is because we'll keep reading. Putting someone down or bullying someone, all of these actions help a person who already feels worthless to feel a bit better. Number 5, you remind them of themselves. One of the best defense mechanisms the mind uses to help people deny their personal flaws is to blame someone else for them. In my article, Why Do People Criticize Others?, I explain how people protect their own flaws on others to convince themselves that they are flawless. Number 6, they don't feel safe around you. People dislike the ones that don't feel safe around. Those who suffer from anxiety or those who are too afraid to mingle with new people might dislike strangers just because they don't feel safe around them. They prefer small circle of friends that gives them safety they need. Also, why are some people on that? Also why some people are unfriendly. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of tongue twisted this morning, but that's true. You see, so because I used to live in a very cliquey city. It's called the city's called Vancouver. It's very cliquey there. Everyone associates and simulates in these groups, and they don't go outside their groups of friends, or they don't acknowledge or look at anybody else. And it's very common there. It's a very common thing. I know in Seattle, I know in Oregon, it's a very common thing. Denver, a couple of cities like that are very, very cliquey and very people kind of stay within. The whole West Coast is like this, all the way from the top, pretty much up until the border of California. Is very, very cliquey like this, where everybody's in these little cliquey groups. Let me know below, comment below if you have any other cities. I know other cities, pretty much almost everywhere is going to have this kind of cliquiness. Number 7, they think you are the threat. Sometimes a person might dislike you because he thinks that you are a threat. Cowards and weak people automatically dislike anyone who might threaten their position, steal their friends, get a share of the attention, or getting the job they applied for, etc. What should I do? In order not to be hurt by rejections, you have to understand a few facts about life. It's impossible to make everyone like you because of various reasons described above and by many others. You should always stick to people who truly love you instead of wasting your effort trying to win the approval of those who don't. That's very true. In order not to feel lonely, you need a few close friends who really like you, and not tons of friends who barely like you. That's very true. Finally, no one is perfect. Yes, you might have some flaws, but it may cause people, in many cases, people will dislike you because something is wrong with them and not with you. So, I kind of wanted to read this. This is something that was written it's by Mark Farrokh Rodwin, and I guess he wrote a book of the 7 reasons why people dislike you. But I kind of wanted to throw this this video together to kind of discuss. And I want to hear your comments below, because I got some really, really good people commenting on here. Some really good, from all backgrounds, from all over the world. And I like it. I really like how my channel has evolved to a group kind of therapy or a group discussion where people could share, and that's what I want to continue with. I like trimming the fat once in a while. I go in and check out some of the comments that are in there. Guys, I want to let you guys know this right now. If I don't see your comment or reply to it, it's because it was flagged by YouTube, and YouTube is flagging some of my comments, and I go into the back end to approve them. Now I'm no longer allowed to approve the comments. So I don't know why it's doing that. So if I don't reply to your comment or something happens, or other people are not replying to your comment and it's a really good one, it's because for some reason YouTube is flagging the comments. I don't know why, and they're not bad comments either. Anyways, so this is the 7 reasons people. So back to me talking about the whole everybody hates each other. I made a million videos about this. One thing that I dislike, that I see that happens in a lot, is when people immigrate, okay, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking about people when they come overseas. I'm not talking about Latin America, overseas. When people come overseas and they personally hate the people that live in the country, why would you immigrate to a country where you don't like the people that live there? That's one thing I never understood and never made any sense to me. Like, you know, different cliques and different groups, there's people that just hate the people that live here. You know, and it's really sad that it's come to this. Like, we're supposed to be like a quilt or a melting pot or whatever of different cultures and nationalities that come in, right? There shouldn't be any hatred towards each other because you want to learn other cultures, right? Like, when I bought this house, there was these pictures of, I'm not sure who it was, but it was like pictures. It looked like spiritual. Then I went across the street to ask my neighbor, because his brother used to live here. Then I'm asking him, who is this guy? He's like, oh, he's a spiritual leader in our religion and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I want to give them to you because I don't want to throw them out. because I don't want to be cursed. And maybe he might want them because there's spiritual photos and stuff, and it's something that you don't want to be. You know what I mean? You don't want that karma on you. But he explained to me what it was about and what the whole religion premises is about, and about the different gods and the divineness of the gods, and what they brought to the earth and stuff like that. And that's nice. I think that's fantastic. But just people, like, I don't know. I'm going to wait for your comments below. I'm going to read them. Let me know what you guys think. 7 reasons people dislike you for no reason. Let me know what you guys think of the article. I'll leave a link below. I really like this. This gets right to the point. The guy wrote a book. If you want to buy the book, it's up to you. But it looks like it's... Yeah, because one saying I used to say, like, many times was... It's not my problem with man. No. What is my problem with man, you ask? No. I ask you, what is man's problem with me? So that was a saying I used to say back in the day, a long time ago. What is my problem with man, you ask? No. I ask, what is man's problem with me? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. And I look forward to reading some of your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.